Hello everybody and welcome back to Masu Pro Wrestling. I'm your host and sole commentator, Masu Pro Wrestlington, and tonight we're going to kick off today's episode this week of Masu Pro Wrestling, continuing the Ultimate Open Weight Tournament. A tournament containing 16 members. Sorry, I keep hitting the mic. 16 members from both the Icon and the Idol division to challenge each other in Falls Count Anywhere, anything goes, open weight rules. And someone who knows what the open weight championship is all about is none other than TyrannoMaximum themselves. Still reigning supreme, not currently the champion, but still reigning supreme as the former longest reigning MPW open weight champion of all time. If Garreth Unported can defend the championship here tonight, Garreth Unported, next match, if he can defend the championship tonight, Garreth Unported will tie the record with TyrannoMaximum for most defenses for the MPW Openweight Championship. This could be a historic night for Garreth Unported, someone who's been holding on to that championship. It's the only championship they're viable for the rest of the season. So you know they want to keep control of it. They were one of the 3 champions to defend the championship against TyrannoMaximum specifically as well last on Never Letting Go. MPW presents Never Letting Go. But Ty can go up against one member of anyone in the roster. Who could it be? And the winner of this match will go up one-on-one against Bonk. Did the fucking sound guy go on break or something? What the hell? Oh, every time mixes me up. It's Greg. Greg coming off of, I think, his first ever singles win ever against, I don't even remember who it was who Greg beat, but Greg beat someone recently. I mean, could this be the start of Greg's winning streak? Greg does continue to have that cult following of people who just happen to love this man. I mean, I don't know how you're going to love a man in a mask like this when you don't even know what he looks like under it. Let's be honest. The Greg Nation cheering wildly for Greg, 1/4 of the member of the Coalition of Humans Against Treachery. We saw Blueness win their match last week against Emerus Morgana. We saw B.A. Tycho win their match last week against both Tabby Cat and FlairZero. Can Greg pick up another win for the Coalition, asserting the dominance of this faction? We don't know if any of the other members of the Coalition are in the tournament, so Greg could be the only representation the Coalition have in this tournament. Greg is a bit of a wild card. You never really know what to expect from him. But TyrannoMaximum also, you never really know what to expect from them. Especially in an openweight division match, an openweight match. Falls count anywhere, meaning anything can go. You can pin or submit your opponent outside the ring, anywhere in the arena. All you got to do is win. Unlike the triple threat matches that will have another 2 sets of triple threat matches this week. And then next week, we will have the #1 contenders, with both winners of the qualifying triple threats going in for the #1 contendership for either world championship title. Ty was looking for something, but Greg got out of the way, and Ty thought against it. Now Greg getting a little bit of momentum with that combination knee strike. A combination of knees and elbows. Like I said, you never really know what to expect from Greg. TyrannoMaximum taking it to Greg now. I mean, Ty, longest reigning openweight champion of all time, most defenses. We could see it again. We could see Ty become the ultimate openweight champion again. As I just saying, Ty able to do things not many other people do, vertically just colliding with Greg onto the floor. And of course, you can pin out here, unlike the triple threats, which you cannot. Ooh, right hand. But Greg reverses. I mean, Greg is an impressive talent. Very athletic, just doesn't know how to handle the singles competition. Palm strikes to the head. Greg is a very strange man. But he does get results when he wants to, I guess. And over the top rope again! Going for a big hug this Ty. Knocking the kendo stick out of Greg's hand. In the MPW shop, you can buy yourself a Greg Nation t-shirt, maybe some Greg warmers. Kip up from Greg. His merch is flying off the shelf, so if you haven't been able to go to the concession stands, I would go there quickly. Greg off the middle rope, Enziguri with those big long legs of Greg and those work boots. Greg's gonna look for that kendo stick, but again, like a toxic X, Tyranno Maximum is not giving Greg any space. Hooking the leg, 2. Kick out of 1. Or kick out of 2, sorry. I know how to count. A forearm to the skull. Greg sending Ty into the barricade right off the MPW logo. And just dropping Ty right on his knee. Finally, maybe gonna get that kendo stick to come into play. Greg winding himself up with a running kendo stick to the head, whacking it across Ty's forehead. Gonna try to break it over the body of Tyranno, and Tyranno is busted wide open. Greg sending Ty back into the ring. Doing a little bit of shadow boxing. Greg's gonna try to get onto the top rope, but he's a little bit slow. Can Ty... I don't know if Ty can break it up. No, Ty is unable to take the long legs of Greg and pull him off the rope. A flying forearm like elbow. The size difference is definitely going in Greg's advantage for reach. Definitely quite a few heads taller than Tyranno Maximum. As Ty falls to the floor right beside the French-Canadian commentator's table. Greg back eyeing them down. Throws Greg back into the ring. And now Ty, thinking Greg might be in position for a nice, not a blender, but a split leg moonsault. Trying something a little bit new here. 2, kick out of 2 from Greg. A near fall. Ty nearly going to meet Bonk in the second round. Bonk, of course, beat Dobby last week. And next week we'll see our third member in the first round move on. Now they're going down a blender, but no one's home, and a drop kick to Ty, bruising the face. Nobody was home, and now Greg is going for... No! Ty fights out of it. Clothesline ducks it. Ooh, and a right hand and a knee strike gets Ty into the corner. Ty's going to be sent out of the corner. Reversal by Ty. Jumps over the corner. Ducks under the clothesline. He's running all over the ring. Greg feeling the energy of the crowd flowing through him. Forearms lighting. Ty up off the ropes. Flying forearm. Greg is like a whole different person. Is just awoken. 2. Oh, a near fall for Greg. Greg nearly took the first round from Tyranno Maximum. This would be an impressive victory for Greg. And Greg eyeing up the spear. No! Nearly tossing Greg outside the whole ring. Nearly setting him through the middle ropes. Greg barely holding in. That would have been devastating if he fell to the floor. Kendo stick in hand. What is Ty going to do with it? Trying to even the playing field. Kendo stick across the chest. Is that enough to put Greg away? No. Gets that shoulder up. but it does look like Greg might be feeling some wear right now. Ooh, on the arm onto the kendo stick. Greg standing in the corner. Ty clothesline in the corner, takes Greg down. Greg back up though, nice and quick, tries to get the knee, but doesn't quite connect. And the springboard drop kick, excuse me. Face first. Knocks it out of Greg's hand, DDT. I feel like both of these two might just be one big move away from picking up the win and moving on to the second round in the Ultimate Openweight Tournament. Spear! Spear right out of my lips! 1, 2, no, Greg! The spear from out of nowhere! Greg nearly picking up the win. Ty rolling up Greg! This could be it for Greg! If Greg's not paying attention! Kick out of 2, Greg's dreams nearly dashed in the Ultimate Openweight Tournament. Ty back up, ducks the clothesline. Greg picking up Ty. Just gets a ripcord clothesline. Greg, 1, 2, kick out of 2. Greg, ever so close to just picking up that win. Into the corner. Kendo stick. Drives the kendo stick right into the face of Ty. Diving tornado DDT. Jumping tornado DDT from Ty. Greg's back up. Clothesline. Ty trying to build some steam. Sweeps the leg. Tyranno Maximum off the ropes. Oh, over the ropes. Maybe that was a strategy from Greg, knowing that something big was coming, wanted to get outside the ring, knowing that that might be a little bit of a better place to be. Maximum Impact. Maximum Impact onto the floor. 1, 2, 3. And I think Greg just signed his own death warrant with that one. Greg got sent out of the ring and his head caved in onto the concrete floor. Tyranno Maximum is out of the frying pan and into the fire, as they will have to go one-on-one with Bonk next round in the Ultimate Openweight Tournament. But could the longest reigning Openweight champion do it again and win the Ultimate Openweight Championship Tournament? We'll have to see, but we will move on to the next match of the night. The Openweight Championship will be defended by Garreth Unported. Let's check it out. Alright, it is time for the MPW Openweight Championship to be defended. The championship is defended twice as many times as the MPW Icon or Idol division, and randomly selected is their opponent. Who will Garreth defend tonight against? Randomly selected from either division. It is none other than his old protege, his old nightmares coming back to him. MerlinGTB is gonna go up one-on-one with Garreth, and I hope the psychological effects of seeing Merlin once again isn't going to affect Garreth's performance, because if Garreth can win tonight, Garreth will have tied Tyranno Maximum's record for most defenses of the Openweight Championship, and that would be a big, big victory for Garreth Unported. Not only is it that Garreth Unported excommunicated from his own group, used to be best friends with this man, now has to go up one-on-one defending the only championship that he qualifies for other than the Tag Team Championship now. This is Garreth's title, and he doesn't want to lose it to anybody, especially not Merlin right now. I haven't seen these two together since Garreth lost the rights to challenge for the Icon Division Championship for the rest of the season. After that War Games match, these two haven't been seen together since. Some bad memories for the MPW Openweight champion, Garreth Unported. The Lone Warrior looking to defend his championship. If I'm Garreth, though, I mean, you gotta let those self-doubts, those thoughts of self-doubt leave your head. You can't allow Merlin to get into your head, because that's what Merlin wants. He wants to take advantage of your weaknesses and do whatever he can to win. That's exactly what Merlin has been doing since day one. So if I'm Garreth, I want to be laser focused. He's not Merlin. He's just another opponent you have to put out. Because when Garreth went one-on-one with TyrannoMaximum at Never Letting Go, Garreth systematically destroyed Ty. A very impressive win for the MPW Openweight champion. And I know he's not wanting to lose that championship here. I don't know what this would do to Garreth if he lost the Openweight championship to Merlin, when he's so close at being the longest reigning and most defenses of all time. He could make MPW history here tonight. But he has to go through his old partner to do it. This match is one you're going to want to keep your eyes on. Garreth Unported versus Merlin Gambledorf the Blue. Openweight championship. Once again, we just had an openweight match, last match, with TyrannoMaximum versus Greg, but that's the exact same rules. This time it's for the championship. Falls count anywhere, anything goes, meaning you can use any weapons to your advantage. You can pin and submit your opponent outside the ring. There is no championship advantage for Garreth Unported in this match, meaning that he has to win via pinfall or submission, or I guess, you know, ref stoppage, but the last time we saw the ref stop a match was never. Garreth he's looking confident, looking stern. I think that Garreth might have this. But of course, Merlin's no slouch either. Merlin's a two-time Icon Division champion. This is another championship for Merlin. I know Merlin's not, like, I don't know what Merlin's opinions are of Garreth at this point, but I know Merlin wants those championships around his waist. Merlin straight out the gate, and like I said, these two know each other so well. Hurricane Rana reversal, and Garreth is just trying to end this quickly already. Kick out at one. This ain't going to be an easy ride. You're no longer working together as you once were. Garreth, bulldog off the ropes. To Garreth Unported, this championship means everything to him. This is the only singles championship that Garreth can own for the rest of Season 2. I talk about it so many times, but in that War Games match, it really changed the trajectory for Garreth's career in Season 2, meaning that he can never challenge for the Icon Division Championship. This is the only championship he's been able to hold, and after he beat Ayasu for it, he's been holding on to it. Garreth already going up to the top rope. Garreth wasting no time in this match. Okay, thinking against it, I guess. That hesitation could easily cost you the match. Garreth's got to do his best. Remember, this isn't your friend. This isn't your partner. Through the middle ropes and over the top rope. Garreth showing that athleticism. Working over the leg of Merlin. It's been all Garreth since the bell's rung. Standing shooting star press. This is Garreth. This ain't Garreth, team member of the Wizard Kings. This is Garreth, the openweight champion. The Lone Warrior Garreth. Floats over and a Pele kick connects to Merlin. Hooks the leg. Kick out at one again. Merlin. But again, like I said earlier, this isn't just Merlin. This isn't your buddy Merlin. This is two-time Icon Division champion Merlin. Garreth over the middle rope and collides with Merlin on the outside, doing a little bit of damage to himself. And of course, it's falls count anywhere, meaning You can do anything here. You can pinfall, submit, or use any weapons on the outside and in the ring. Garreth back in the ring. Wanting to just... He's seeming to just out-wrestle Merlin here. Throwing him all around the ring. Right in front of the French-Canadian commentator's table. And is now looking for something under the ring. A steel bat to the back of the head of Merlin. Taking it to his former protege. Or his former teacher, I should say. Garreth was the former protege. High caliber on the outside. Garreth looking to end it early. Onto Merlin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. The title nearly retained for the 3rd time. Garreth flipping Merlin around. A royal pardon by Garreth. Would that be enough? That was the move that he beat Tyranno Maximum with. No! Kick out at 2 again. If Merlin's not careful, this could be a quick match for the openweight champion Senton. Merlin rolls out of the way, though. Garreth once again, fisherman suplex. Once again in control. And a drop kick to the back. Garreth on pardon, lighting up Merlin. Falcon Arrow again, I think. Falcon Arrow. I'm just going to call it a Falcon Arrow no matter if it's a Michinoku driver or not, because I don't know the difference. Uranagi onto the barricade. Sending Garreth over the barricade this time. Sending Garreth into the crowd. And gonna go look for something under the ring. A steel chair, perhaps. Running. Bicycle, big boot, busting. Merlin bloody. And now the steel chair is in Garreth's hands. Just busting all over Merlin. Hold up. Merlin sending Garreth back into the ring. Garreth back up on his feet. Merlin, though, lobs some punches. Ooh, elbow striking down, straight down the middle of the chest. Kip up. Tries to run a shoulder tackle through Garreth. Garreth stands tough. Off the ropes, ducks under. Bumps him. Merlin, though, getting some offense in now. Driving that elbow again into his chest. A little bit more vicious side of Merlin than we see usually. Just as I say that, though, Merlin once again liking to go into that cocky attitude, showing off for the crowd and everyone at MPW. Just tossing Garreth like he's a doll. Spinning back kick into a Shining Wizard connects. Shining Wizard to the champion. New champion. New champion. Kick out at 2. Merlin nearly taking Garreth's head off with that Shining Wizard. And now sending Garreth off the ropes, but Garreth doesn't want to bounce back. He knows the Seeing Stars is coming. Wants to make sure that he doesn't have that momentum shift. And Merlin just... maybe the frustration, maybe the anger, maybe all his feelings finally coming out towards Garreth here. Goes to cover Garreth on the outside. This is Falls Count Anywhere. 2, kick out. A sharp 2 count from Garreth. Merlin pissed at that. Nearly a new champion once again. They're moving further away from the ring, which is completely fine in a Falls Count Anywhere match. But may not be fine for Garreth. Suplex, stalling suplex. The blood rushing to Garreth's head as Merlin shows off for the crowd and drops him back first onto the concrete. Merlin looking for another weapon. Maybe this one will work out for him. Kendo stick striking the chest of Garreth. Rocking Merlin with that right hand. And now Merlin gonna get dropped onto the concrete. Garreth rolling Merlin over. Maybe that was enough. 2. Ooh, another near fall, but a sharp kick out, and Garreth maybe looking a little bit, letting that his emotions take the better of him. Merlin spinning Garreth around, powerbomb on the floor. We might see a new openweight champion. 2. Kick out of 2 from Garreth again, and Merlin pounding the concrete in anger. Kip up. Working over the ribs of Garreth. Tossing him into the concrete. Onto the unprotected concrete. Garreth looks injured. That definitely did not land well. A punch to the gut. Garreth making sure Merlin pays attention. A royal pardon again. Royal pardon for a second time. A move we very rarely see Garreth hit. 3 and Garreth. Merlin was showboating. Merlin was showboating. The hubris of Merlin. Garreth Unported has just retained the OPW Openweight Championship for the 3rd time, tying with Tyranno Maximum. One more to be number 1. Garreth Unported saying it doesn't matter who I have to go through. I will defend this championship. That was a main event caliber match for only our 2nd match tonight. We will move on to the 2 other qualifiers for the Icon and Idol Division Championship. Garreth Unported is still your MPW Openweight Champion. Congratulations to Garreth, showing you just how much that championship means to him, as we will move on to the Icon Division Triple Threat Qualifier match for the number 1 contendership. It is time for the semi-main event of the evening, the qualifiers for the number 1 contendership match. And could we get a back-to-back? Coming off of a loss against Bonk, it is Dobby. Dobby was probably, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a super analyst. I would say that Dobby maybe was the closest at beating Zarataro and never letting go compared to his other 3 defenses. Zarataro, of course, the longest currently reigning, defending Icon Division champion of all time, and the last person that went one-on-one with Zarataro was Dobby, and he put up a very good fight. Can Dobby win the qualifiers to get another number 1 contendership? We'll have to see. I mean, Dobby is an underdog and an unorthodox fighter, coming off a big loss against Bonk in the Ultimate Openweight Tournament. But I guess, you would rather be in this match and focus fully instead of having your focus split between the Openweight Tournament and the Icon Division Championship. And someone who has never held the Icon Division Championship, but a former 2-time Openweight champion, the first ever MPW Openweight champion. It is Gaelic Angel. Gaelic Angel looking to get that shot. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride for Gaelic Angel when it comes to these number 1 contendership matches. Can he qualify this time and become the number 1 contender for Zarataro's Icon Division Championship? Was this close to getting opportunity after opportunity, but he's here to try and pick up the win here tonight in a triple threat. I mean, triple threat, it's anybody's game. So far, I feel like I've been picking out the winners. I've said BA Tycho, you want to be able to target down BA Tycho. I said you want to be able to target down Draven in these triple threats. Both those 2 won. So maybe my expert decision-making has been going so far, but maybe I would put that guess on Adur Potato. I mean, Potato was the first challenger to Zarataro's championship this season, and unfortunately for him, he didn't really get a good shot. Potato got kind of dismantled by Zarataro. However, I mean, that's your first. You're never gonna be perfect on your first shot. We could see Zarataro v Potato number 2, and Potato could completely flip the script on him. But we'll have to see. I think in a triple threat match, Potato really can thrive, because in this match, Potato doesn't like using a lot of energy. You know, more of a standstill, stay hard, you know, immovable object kind of strategy for Potato. So if he just stays out of the 1v1 and waits for his moments, that might be a perfect opportunity for him. But it's anybody's game here. Dabi versus Angel versus Potato. And like I said, that strategy already coming into effect with Potato, waiting for his opportunities to strike instead of diving in there. Release German suplex by Dabi. I feel like, though, when it comes to fighting multiple people at a time, I think Dabi might just have that prowess, that skill to do that. And when it comes to not caring about your physical well-being, Gaelic Angel has got them all beat. Dumping Angel onto his head and his back. Dabi sending Potato in the corner. Oh, I thought that was a gun stun, an inverted gun stun, kinda. Didn't quite get it. He was going for an early gun stun, didn't quite get it. Swinging neck breaker. And a butterfly takeover. Angel, like I said, not caring about the well-being of himself and others, the physical well-being of himself and others, I should say. Getting that metal bat immediately. Fireman's carry from Potato, sending Dabi into the corner, off the turnbuckle, and a whack to the head with the steel bat. The solid steel bat. Over the turnbuckle. And it knocks the bat out of the hands of Angel, sending Angel out of the ring, and a big boot sending Potato back into the corner. Like I said, Dabi being able to take on both of them at the same time, and it just feeling like it's nothing. Of course, just like the two matches before them, this you can only win via pinfall or submission in the ring, though you can stay on the outside, unfortunately, for as long as you want. Potato gets sent off the ropes, ducks under, bounces into Dabi, and then using his momentum, scoops him up and slams him back down. Flattening Dabi. And now Potato taking that opportunity for a Saito suplex, dumping Angel on his head. It wouldn't be a Gaelic Angel match if Angel didn't end up concussed by the end of it. Rolls up Potato and gets broken up by Dabi. Sending Potato over the top rope and off the ropes, clothesline from Angel. Using his surroundings to his advantage. I think the only one we're really going to see fly this match is going to be Angel. Again, scooping him, landing him a bit on that kendo stick. Potato making his way behind Angel back into the ring. Trying to run right through Dabi, but unable. Ducks that as well. Back and forth. A double-handed choke bomb onto the kendo stick and a single leg drop kick to Potato. Potato groggy, getting on his feet. Fisherman. Oh, God's last gift! God's last gift from Angel, but Potato breaks it up before he could get the pin. And now Potato with the fucking hammer, the fucking bat. Goes to hook the leg, but maybe wasted a little bit too much time before the pin, giving Angel just enough time to get back up and fall from grace. Potato with that elbow, wedging it into the chin. Tossing him. German suplex, landing Dabi's back of the head onto the bat. Angel back up. Chopping, lighting Sending him into the corner, lighting him up. As Potato bounces Angel off the ropes. Angel back up clothesline, turning Potato inside out completely, and Dobby just got out of the corner, sending him right back into it. Angel controlling the triple threat right now. Steel bat in hand, but Dobby barely gets out of the way, not that time. And I think he just busted Dobby wide open with that swing of the bat. My God, blood splattering all over Dobby. That was a wicked strike. Scoop him right onto the bat again. And now Dobby, Saito suplex onto his head. Potato now. Potato plunge! Potato plunge from Potato. 2. Oh my, he's gonna break it up. He's gotta break it up. Dobby, Potato nearly getting the pinfall on Dobby. And now Angel trying to take it. 2, kick out of 2. Dobby is at worse for wears here. Dobby is worse for wears. He is out cold in that corner. The bat to the head. Bulldog. And now choking out Dobby, this poor man. I mean, if I was them, I would target down Dobby. He does seem like he would benefit most from this version, or this match style. Angel doing some limb work. And a kendo stick to Dobby. Just can't get a moment to himself. Dobby, though, finally maybe getting some offense into the corner. Dobby's looking wobbly. Potato ragdolling him with the German suplex. And now a DDT, busting Potato open. Potato quickly back up, though. Dobby might be fucking dead. Tossing Angel onto Dobby. Mounts Angel, hammer fists of plenty, and a forearm to boot. Try to cut open Angel. It's a very rare chance that everybody else a very rare moment that everybody else in the match is bloodied, but not Angel. Dobby, though, with his moment, final ignition, hooking the legs, covering. 2, kick out of 2. Nearly taking it out for Potato. Angel was coming to stop it. Potato kicks out, though. And now Angel is taking his time on the outside, making sure to conserve some energy, maybe look for some toys to bring into the ring. Sending in some steel steps. Ooh, face fucking thing. And the steel steps. Ooh, driven right into the already deeply bloodied face of Dobby. Choking him out again. Dobby getting pinned. Potato's got to make sure to pay attention to. Kick out of 2. Dobby barely finding the strength to kick out. Could have been the end for a DDT. I don't know if that landed on the steps or not. I think Angel might have landed a bit on the steps there. No, driving again. No, reversal this time from Dobby. Suplex to Angel. Potato and Dobby back up on their feet. Dobby. All these men want another shot at the Icon Division Championship. The winner of this match will have to go and face B.A. Tycho next week. So it's not a one and done situation. They will qualify for the #1 contendership. But to qualify, you have to win. Angel's gonna follow Dobby to the outside. I don't know, or maybe not. He's gonna go look for those steel steps. Thinks against it, though, as Potato makes his way to the outside. And Potato's gonna get Angel back in, of course, expertly done. The only place you can win the match is inside the ring. Sending Potato into the barricade. And now sending Angel into the barricade. Potato and Dobby going at it now. Uranagi on the Uranagi backbreaker. Sending him into the steel steps and a whack with the bat to the stomach. Knocking the bat out of his hand. Sending him into the post. Into the ring post. And then into the other steel steps. Dobby suplex onto the floor. What is Dobby looking for here? Butterfly. Just rushing the blood to Angel as it whacks him in the tag team maneuver, holding him straight for Potato to whack him with the bat. Devastating. Sending Potato back into the ring and sending Angel into the barricade. Talking a little shit, saying it's my opportunity. It's my shot in a right hand. A little war of words from Dobby. Super kick, sort of. And a fucking crazy right hand. Just rocking Potato. Angel. They're sending people into the ring, but they're not following them. Continuing to fight on the outside. Dobby sends Angel into the ring. Potato sends Dobby into the ring. The ring general. Potato off the ropes is Angel. The ring general Potato getting everybody back into the ring. Corralling everyone else. Potato. Fall away slam. All alone with Dobby. German suplex again connects to put away Dobby. Angel has to break it up. And he does at 1. Angel. Fall from grace. No, once again, Potato slipping from his grasp. Potato spins him around. Potato plunge, but Dobby getting back onto his feet. Dobby's back up. Potato plunge. Dobby breaks it up before 1. Suplex to Potato. Dobby was alone with Angel. Wants to grab that kendo stick. And maybe get some more licks in on Potato right in front of the French Canadian commentators table. But if I was Dobby, I would focus on the task at hand, and that would be winning the match. German suplex on the floor. Double choke bomb. Reversal into the arm drag by Angel. Potato flipping Angel around. Inverted backbreaker. Inverted DDT into a backbreaker. Flips him around again. Is he going to go for another one? No, he's going for a... Looking to just dump him on his fucking head. Jesus Christ. Jesus. There is no God to save you. Canadian Destroyer. Canadian Destroyer. DDT. But Dobby fights out of it. That bare-knuckle brawler of Dobby sending both of his opponents into the barricade. Saying no. He's not letting either of them have it. Dumping Angel onto the barricade. Taunting both of his opponents. Maybe gonna put a target on his back. Sending Dobby into the barricade this time. Tries to run a shoulder tackle through Angel. Doesn't quite knock it out. As Dobby passes by the French Canadian commentators table. Sending Dobby into the ring. But, oh, Angel actually choosing to follow him this time. Maybe Angel thinks he can win. Angel covering Dobby. I mean, Dobby's real weak. 2. Ooh, kick out of 2. Potato going outside, maybe looking for another weapon. Standing moonsault. Angel looking for another weapon under the ring, a steel chair. As Potato chases him with a kendo stick, trying to swack him, but doesn't quite get it. He takes down Potato in a submission hold, cannot win on the outside. But just doing it for the French-Canadian commentators. Dumping him on his... Oh my god! Sending Angel into orbit! Sending Angel to orbit on the outside. Now Angel! Flapjack onto the barricade. Sending Dobby into Potato. Potato sending Angel into Dobby. It is anyone's match here to qualify for the #1 contenders, and Angel's gonna get dumped on his head again. Metal bat in hand, equipped with a metal bat. Potato taking it to Dobby. Dobby might be seriously injured. I don't even know if he'll be able to compete if he wins this match. Potato judo toss, hip toss. And a takedown from Dobby. Dobby sending Angel into the ring. A smart maneuver. Dobby looking to get back into the ring. He does. Angel waiting for him, though. Potato's going to join him. Headbutt from Potato. Nobody wins in a headbutt with how bad Dobby's head has been. He just might. Oh my god, he's going to meet him on the outside as Angel sits prone in the ring. Perfect for potential... Oh, never mind. Going to grab the bat. Seeing him in the perfect position for the bat to the head, but could have maybe taken this opportunity to pin him. Fall from grace. Dobby stirring with the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Angel will move on to face B.A. Tycho for the #1 contendership. Zarataro will not have a repeat offender to go up against him. I think Potato threw away his chances. He thought he needed the bat to win, but all he needed to do was take Angel, who took that opportunity and picked up the win. As we will move on to the main event of tonight, the Idol Division Triple Threat Qualifier for the #1 contendership match. Alright, it's time for the main event of the evening. Who will face one-on-one against Draven for the #1 contender? And this match is a little bit of a blast for the past created by the bosses upstairs for Rize. T is going to be starting us off for this match, the former Idol Division champion before Rize. The one that sent her off the top of the steel cage, looking to finally get her opportunity back at the title. If Rize can defend against this #1 contender at Cursed by Success, she will officially break the record for most defenses for an Idol Division champion, which is currently two defenses. If she can get a third one, she would make history. And speaking of history, this is very recent history for Rize. Once again, another blast from the past. At our last Premium Live event, MPW Presents Never Letting Go, this person was just this close from beating Rize, but due to some shenanigans with the Shogunate in Rize's corner, it turned out that it wasn't going to be enough And now they're looking for a second opportunity at that championship. Will they be going up against Draven in the #1 contendership match next week? We'll have to see. But I hope you guys open your houses, your homes, and your hearts to UnchainedAwesome. The new and improved and slightly different UnchainedAwesome. I wouldn't say improved, just maybe different. A little bit creepier. The demon bunny themselves, the horror bun, MPW's own Bunny Bean, UnchainedAwesome, looking for their second shot at the Idol Division Championship against Rize. Could we get a run back? It didn't work out for Dobby, but we could get a run back on UnchainedAwesome versus Rize. Ever since UnchainedAwesome has come in with this new look partway through Season 2, it's been pretty good for them. They've picked up wins against people like Rocky and earned themselves a #1 contender shot. They definitely could do it again. A little bit unpredictable, but this is definitely the match that Rize is going to be watching. I know Rize's sitting back and maybe sweating at the competitors that will go up against one of these competitors will go up against Draven, sweating to see who will challenge Draven for the #1 contendership. Making sure Rize keeps her eye on the ball and hold on to that championship. The head of the table, the head of Olympus, Rize. UnchainedAwesome and T, but who will be the third? Who will be the third contestant in the Idol Division? Well, no matter how this match ends, no matter whether your favorites won, no matter if they won or lost, no matter what happens, today is going to be a good day with MintyClovers. All three of these people have in common is they went up one-on-one against Rize for the championship. T lost the championship to Rize. Rize defended against Minty and then most recently defended against UnchainedAwesome. Can one of these three get that opportunity again, and will it be MintyClovers? Will it be UnchainedAwesome? Or will it be TeaTheShiba? Already you have a humongous, ginormous task ahead of you to win this triple threat, but then after that, you have to go one-on-one against Draven next week to solidify your shot. Bell has rung, and we are starting it out. MintyClovers and UnchainedAwesome immediately out the gate going after each other. This will be the last triple threat to qualify for the #1 contendership. Minty going for an early pin on T. Rize has fought all three of these people, but I know, if I may, I think Rize might be the most concerned about T getting a championship match again, as T was definitely the hardest one they had to take out, and seemed to be that Rize, or T has Rize's number. T did also beat, or Rize also beat T in a triple threat match for the championship. So maybe a singles match with T would bode a little bit different, as UnchainedAwesome drops the knee onto Minty. And speaking of a knee, TeaTheShiba drives the unprotected knee into Minty. Knees galore into the skull of MintyClovers. The little sprout. Off the ropes drop kick by TeaTheShiba. T bouncing the knee and then off the rope drop in the leg. Usaino getting behind T, but T fighting back. Minty hanging out on the outside a little bit. Of course, you can't win on the outside, but you can get some weapons on there, and you can be out there for as long as you'd like. And T is staying in the ring, wanting maybe to be in the place where you can win the match. Let their opponents face each other. But as I say that, T's going to meet all three of them on the outside. Super kick! Learning that shades of MamaInu from TeaTheShiba. Fall away slam into the French-Canadian commentator's table. No reversal by T. As Usaino gets back up. In like a burning hammer position. Burning hammer, Jesus Christ. Burning hammer into the French-Canadian commentator's table. From Usaino. And now TeaTheShiba just powerbomb. Running powerbomb onto the chair and concrete in the Timeskeeper corner. They are not moving from the Timeskeeper and the ring announcer's corner. T trying to fight out of this corner right now. Kick to the gut. T and Usaino have had many battles with each other. Sending Usaino into the apron. As T and Minty continue to fight in this corner. Sending Minty into the barricade. German suplex. Trying to German her out of it. But Usaino blocking the way. Knee strike. World's fluffiest slam by Usaino. And now T fully getting out of that corner. Gonna send Usaino far away and now talking down to Minty. Like she's a bad dog. Sending Minty into the posts. Just tossing everybody around. Minty sends Usaino into it. Takes down Minty. They love this corner. Rolls T off her, and now into the clutches of Usaino. Takes the elbow, driving into the chest, and Minty's just been trying to get up for the past 14 minutes. And these girls aren't letting her, or I guess one girl and one bunny ain't letting them out. Ripcord knee. Minty continuing to just get caught in this corner. Trapped forever, and Minty's looking worse for wears. It seems to be all Usaino and T, but I wouldn't count out Minty just yet. Minty finally making it out of that corner. Picks up, ripcord knee. Minty finally getting up and getting some offense. Russian leg sweep. And a drop kick to the legs. Minty back on her feet, on her stomach. Usaino sent back into the ring, and now T and Minty fighting it out. MintyClovers with the... Oh, what the hell? Usaino trying to pop through the middle rope, but didn't quite get it. Landing directly on her face, or on their face, excuse me. Usaino takes down Minty. T's all alone in the ring. Maybe T gonna go look for... Yep, gonna go look for something under the apron. MintyClovers sending Usaino into the ring. And now T with the steel chair running to Minty and Usaino. Usaino diving through the middle ropes. They're gonna spend as much of the early match on the outside to deal as much damage as possible. Double stomp rolls through, though, does T. Drop kick. Saito suplex. Minty sends T into the French-Canadian commentator's table. Minty sends Usaino back into the ring. T sends Minty back into the ring. All three are going to meet inside the squared circle. Sling blade from Usaino. What is Usaino looking for now? Looking for a kendo stick. Gonna meet T in the ring. T's gonna go to the outside, though. Playing a little bit of cat and mouse with the bunny. I mean, Shibas are like 1/100th cat. Running punch from Minty as they all meet back into the corner. Ripcord knee. Takes out the knee, though. Minty stands tall. What could Minty be thinking from here? T. Pedigree to T. Pedigree to TeaTheShiba on the floor from MintyClovers, and it clocked in the head with that kendo stick. Usaino might get punished for that one. Fall away slam into the barricade. And oh, don't send her back into the corner. Minty back in the timeskeeper corner. T's gonna set them up and knock them down. Minty looking for that steel chair. Oh, steel chair straight to the head. Discus big boot. Didn't quite get all of it, but I think hit both of them. Usaino staring down Minty. T getting back up to her feet. MintyClovers suplex onto the floor. T's gonna toss Minty over there. Gonna send Usaino back into the ring. Gonna meet up with Minty, and Minty's gonna send T into the post. Maybe trying to send her back into the ring, but not calculated enough. Sends that elbow again. Drops the elbow onto the chest. T back up. Running to Usaino. Gets caught, though. Chops light him up. T gets sent back into the ring. Minty circling the ring, taking her time. Usaino hot on her trail. Knocks the kendo stick. And a half and half suplex to Minty. T saying good night, shush the baby sleeping. But Usaino's still awake. Minty with the backbreaker. Minty in control. It's so easy to just lose control here. What the heck was that? Both a maneuver and a taunt. MintyClovers is really the Luigi of MPW. Sending Usaino into T. Minty gets sent back into the ring. Will we see another potential... Ooh, Brainbuster! A really low drop Brainbuster from Usaino, and Usaino's gonna meet Minty in the ring. Float over, DDT to Minty. I mean, this could be dangerous with T out cold on the floor. T's getting back up, though. Commentator curse, of course. Snapmare. Off the rope. And a drop kick, a sliding drop kick. As Usaino gets slapped in the face and a step-up knee from T. T getting Usaino back up again and another knee for their troubles. Minty. Ooh, I thought maybe Minty was going through the ropes. Narrowly dodged the discus clothesline. Or discus big boot, excuse me. Fisherman belly to belly. Minty sends Usaino off the ropes. Usaino reversal. T looking under the ring once again. No disqualifications, allows for any sort of foreign object to be used. The sledgehammer, swing and a miss from T. He bumps him. Discus big boot to Usaino. But it doesn't hold Usaino down for long, even though they're bloodied. 1. Kick out of 2. Or kick out of 2. Kick out of 1. Sorry, my brain is dying. Kick out just before 2. Minty back in the ring. Catching Usaino off guard. Allowing T to take the advantage. A quick, close running knee. MintyClovers through the middle rope. Clothesline! MintyClovers is on fire. Dragon screw leg whip. Covering Minty though. 2. Near fall for TeaTheShiba. Near fall. Spins T around. Sending T down the rabbit hole. Usaino gets broken up before even 1. Before even 0.1. And now Usaino's all alone with Minty. T's on the ground, and Usaino is about to feel the Clover Cutter from MintyClovers. Clover Cutter. 1, 2. Oh! Near fall. Near fall after near fall. T with the steel chair in hand to the back of to the front of the head of Minty, busting MintyClovers open. Bumps him. T ducks the kick. Fisherman Buster. Or I guess Fisherman Suplex. T gets back up. Chop blocked by Minty. Usaino going back under the ring for a kendo stick. Chops light up Minty. Ripcord knee again. TeaTheShiba all alone with Usaino Pele kick. This could be the moment that Usaino needs, going up top. But TeaTheShiba kip up, playing a little bit of possum. Sending Usaino to the canvas. Minty, though, back in the game. Sending Usaino into the corner. MintyClovers through the middle rope. Once again, no! Blocked by T. Drop kick. Going back to Usaino in the corner. Looking for something deadly and dangerous, I think. Rocking Usaino with that right hand. But Usaino able to reverse the second one. T sends Usaino off the ropes. German suplex. And MintyClovers now, though, all alone with T once again, taking that opportunity, sending T off the ropes. He's got to hope that Usaino stays on the ground. Clover Cutter! A second Clover Cutter. Will this one pick up the win for Minty? 1, 2. Oh, MintyClovers once again, so close. MintyClovers picking the correct opportunities, but just unable to put it away. The moonsault. Not quite connecting with the dropkick. Needy T by Usaino. MintyClovers might be in a troublesome situation with Usaino up top. No knee drop. I thought the bunny stomp for sure. Knee drop to Minty. 2, kick out of 2. Maybe thought that was going to be enough. Kendo stick to T, just whacking it over T's head. But now it's in T's hands. Reversal to Usaino, and now Minty trying to get some offense in. Stepped on Minty's foot there, and now grabs it for an ankle lock. Could potentially tap out Minty right here unless Usaino breaks it up, and Usaino does. Back body drop. Usaino looking a little bit wobbly. It's been anyone's game so far. As the steel chair back in effect. Off the ropes, dropping the knee, but T gets out of there. Minty's back in it. Luthez press. Usaino from behind, clubbing forearm. Clubbing clothesline. This might be it. This might be the opportunity, the position that Usaino was waiting for the whole time. Body stomp to MintyClovers. He on the ground on the outside. 1, 2. Oh, MintyClovers kicks out at 2. And Usaino can't believe it. Usaino going back up for a second one. Body stomp number 2. Reversal. Minty. Backbreaker. Clothesline to the back of the head. TeaTheShiba. Pedigree. Usaino on the outside. Rize just might be seeing TeaTheShiba in a championship match again. 1, 2, 3. Draven or TeaTheShiba, one of those two, will go one-on-one against Rize at Cursed by Success next week. But next week, T's going to have to go through Draven if she wants to see that was your main event tonight, and we will see you guys next week for some more MPW. I'm Masu Pro Wrestlington. This was Masu Pro Wrestling, and we'll see you guys next time.